Hi everyone, this is Gavin from businessautomationtips.com. Today I just wanted to show you how to create an effective Facebook advertising campaign and to show you just how cost effective this form of advertising can be if you get it right. What gave me the inspiration to create this video was just recently I was approached by a national magazine to see whether I wanted to advertise my tea business in there. A full page advert was going to cost me £3,995, and if you're listening from the US that's the equivalent of $6,500. Okay, the magazine was going out to around 1 million people, so perhaps the 3,995 might have been a worthwhile investment. And I worked out that to break even an advert like that I'd have to sell around 400 tins of tea, which is the equivalent of 0.04% conversion, which actually isn't too unrealistic. And I was seriously starting to consider taking this offer up with them, but just before I did, I quickly explored the opportunity of spending the money elsewhere in other channels of advertising to see what sort of response I could realistically expect from them. What I was trying to do was find one that had the best return on investment. Facebook ads was one that I obviously explored. I wondered if I spent £4,000 on Facebook advertising, could I receive a better return than if I would go through the media advert. So to figure it out, I ran a quick trial. Over 2 days I spent just £20 on targeted Facebook ads just to gauge how much interest was produced by it. And overall it got to about 20 more likes on the tea company's Facebook page. Before this happened, we had 77 likes. Now I've got 97. So with the £4,000, theoretically I could get 4,000 Facebook likes, and not only will the ad communicate to these people just once, whenever I post a Facebook message on Facebook, or Twitter, because my Twitter feed is set to feed straight through to Facebook, these 4,000 people will see it, so I can continue to promote to them even after the initial trial run of advertising. Plus, when someone likes a page, it shows in their own feed, which their friends then see too, and some of these might also like the page, so it's self-reinforcing really. It snowballs. So in essence, Facebook advertising to me represented much better value for money with a larger potential to deliver a greater return on investment, or ROI. But essential to successful Facebook advertising, you need to make sure your ads are targeted and very selective, and break them down to a very small scale. So I'm about to show you how to do just that. This is what the post's about. So if we go down to advertising, it's been a little slow. If we open up our campaign, you'll see that I've already got a few adverts in here. This is what I've been running on the trial, and yeah, I've spent just over £20 and got actually 21 likes now. So it's just under £1, just over £1 per like. And I broke it down to, I've got runners there, I've got green tea likers, I've got general health people who are interested in going to the gym or general exercise, and I've also got friends of fans, which obviously should expand as these three adverts take effect. So I'll show you how to create a new advert. If we go to create an advert, we've got a few pages there. Just select the page that you want to use. We want Facebook adverts. I'm not entirely sure what sponsored stories is, I've never used it, but it might be something you want to explore. Facebook adverts for pages, that's the only selection we've got there. Destination tab, I have a custom Facebook page, as you saw on the previous page there, and that's called the welcome page. And that's what I send them to, because it's supposed to enhance conversions. It tells them to like the page, and it gives them a call to action once they arrive there. You've got your title. It's not letting me change that for some reason, not entirely sure why. It might be because I've got some other adverts in the same name. And you put in your body text here, so RT, and say we were targeting, for instance, swimmers. So if you're into swimming, you'll love RT. Sounds a little bit cheesy, but putting something in there that actually relates to something that they like and they've said that they like, it will make it really targeted, so they'll see it and they'll think, yeah, I'm into swimming, I'll have a look at this. So it's about breaking it down and making it as specific to the to the people as possible that are going to see this advert. It gives you a preview there of the advert, and it also gives you an estimated reach, which will become important when we start to select our audience just now. I'm not going to change it geographically, but you can do if for instance you're a local business, you only target the local area, you can select your city, etc. Again, not going to select it by age or gender, men and women and people of all ages by RT. Likes and interests, this is the one that I'm going to work on. So obviously we're targeting swimmers in this instance, so we'll click on swimming. That should bring the estimated reach down quite a lot, from 24 million down to 371,000. Now these are people that have explicitly said in their profiles that they like swimming. If you can think of any swimming related events or anything that's coming up and people are probably liking those on the page, you might want to put them in there too. Can't really think of anything else that I can put in there. Let's just put swimming pools in there, see what that does to the reach. There we go, it's a little bit bigger. So yeah, just keep it going, but keep it as targeted as possible. And obviously if you're targeting a different sport in this instance, we'd set a completely different ad up so that we can put something about the actual sport in the advert to make it really, really targeted. Connections, again, I'm going for anybody, not just people who are already fans of Ice Life Matcher or friends of Connections. You can actually target people on the birthday, which is quite good if you've got an offer running or a voucher available. You can say we've got a voucher especially for your birthday, but I'm not going to use that in this instance. Again, relationship or interested in, I'm not interested in separating those or segmenting that area. Campaign name, keep it under the same campaign. I've got a £10 daily budget on the entire campaign. You can change that on the new screen, or you can create a new campaign and obviously allocate a different budget to different ads. I've scheduled the campaign and I've scheduled it to end in the middle of June because this is a sort of trial that I'm running still. I'm paying per click. I've never used paper impressions, but it might be something you want to explore. Pay per click, and I've got a bid of 70p, which is within the suggested bid region. I'd suggest not going below the minimum bid. I know they're out to make money and they want you to spend more on each click as possible, but if you put the bid below their lowest suggested bid, you're very unlikely to get many clicks on there. So then we click on play. Oh well, we review the advert first. We'll give it a name, so I'm naming them according to who I'm targeting. Swimming. Place order. And that's just going to go through to the next screen where it just summarises all your adverts and it's put it in there. It takes a little while to for them to activate it because they have to check through the advert and the text to make sure there's nothing untoward in there or anything that breaks their rules. But as soon as it's activated, it's live and you can see how it goes. Obviously tracking the adverts is really important. You've got to check your conversion rates. It shows you how many clicks you're getting and how many connections you're getting, which are essentially likes. So that's how many people in this ad category have clicked on my particular ad. 28, and 11 people have actually liked the page once they've arrived there. So it's less than 50% in that instance. It's not great, but it's okay. And the green tea likers one, that's obviously 100%. I know there's a lot less people clicking through, but it's got a much better conversion. 14 people have clicked through in running, and 8 have connected. So again, it's quite a good conversion when compared to the general health section. It's probably because that's less targeted than the actual running one. So that's about it for today. Give it a shot, see how it goes, monitor it, and ensure that it's producing a good return on investment. If it isn't, then modify it accordingly. This has been Gavin from businessautomationtips.com. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.